sponsor is Viva Matsuda. Please let us know if you need any assistance, and we hope you will enjoy the flight with us. By request of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security, congregating on board is prohibited, especially near the lavatory and galley. Please remain seated and fasten your seatbelt, except when you need to leave your seat. Thank you for your cooperation. We remind you that smoking on board aircraft while in arms or departing from the United States is prohibited by the United States regulations. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now explain the safety features of this aircraft. So could we please have your full attention? Thank you. 皆様、ただいまから非常用設備についてご案内いたします。皆様、ご覧ください。ご搭乗ありがとうございます。
Welcome on board.
これより機内の安全についてご案内します。
May we have your attention for the following safety instructions.
携帯電話など電圧を発する状態にある機器はご使用になれません。
Electronic devices emitting radio waves cannot be used on lavatory.
電波を次に非常用設備をご案内します。
We will now explain the emergency equipment.
酸素が必要な状態になると酸素マスクが降りてきます。
Oxygen masks will drop down when
強く引き
necessary.
寄せ、マスクを口に当てて呼吸してください。
Hold the mask firmly towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally.
ゴム紐を頭にかけ、長さを調整してください。
Put the Please check your nearest emergency exit.
脱出の際には経路と非常口を示す明かりが点灯します。
Emergency lights will guide you to the exits.
乗務員の指示に従い行動してください。
Remain seated and wait for instructions.
脱出。離陸いたします。シートベルトをもう一度お確かめください。小さなお子様はお膝の上にしっかりとお抱きください。Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready for takeoff. Please make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Please hold your child on your lap. Thank you. 皆様、シートベルトは緩みのないようしっかりお締めください。
Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Thank you.
す。